When I touched my hand against the western wall and placed my prayer between its ancient stones, I thought of all the centuries that the children of Israel had longed to return to their ancient homeland. When I went to Sderot, saw the daily struggle to survive in the eyes of an 8-year-old boy who lost his leg to a Hamas rocket, and when I walked among the Hall of Names at Yad Vashem, I was reminded of the existential fear of Israelis when a modern dictator seeks nuclear weapons and threatens to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. 4 years ago, I stood before you and said that Israel's security is sacrosanct. It is non-negotiable. That belief has guided my actions as president. The fact is, my administration's commitment to Israel's security has been unprecedented. Our military and intelligence cooperation has never been closer. We're providing Israel with more advanced technology, types of products and systems that only go to our closest friends and allies. And make no mistake, we will do what it takes to preserve Israel's qualitative military edge, because Israel must always have the ability to defend itself by itself against any threat.
I first met President Barack Obama, our great friend, when he was a senator from Illinois. I saw before me a born leader. His care and devotion to Israel's security was already then evident to me. Mr. President, I know your commitment to Israel is deep and profound. Under your leadership, security cooperation between the USA and Israel has reached its highest level. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a friend in the White House.
I'm proud that even in these difficult times, we fought for and secured the most funding for Israel in history. I'm proud that we've helped Israel develop a missile defense system that's already protecting civilians from rocket attacks. No nation can tolerate terror. No nation can accept rockets targeting innocent men, women, and children. No nation can yield to suicide bombers.
He is an extremely strong supporter of Israel in regard to its security. Traditionally, President was supporting Israel in keeping its quality military age and taking care of its security needs, but this administration is excelling in this, and it could not have happened without the immediate direct support of the President. So I don't think that anyone can raise any question mark about the devotion of this President to the security of Israel.
We're going to keep standing with our Israeli friends and allies, just as we've been doing when they've needed us most. In September, when a mob threatened the Israeli embassy in Cairo, we worked to ensure that the men and women working there were able to get out safely.
But I believe the leadership that the President of the United States showed on that night was a leadership of historic dimensions. It was he who took the ultimate decision that night, which prevented what could have been a sad outcome. Instead of 6 men coming home, the arrival in Israel of 6 body bags.
When the Durban Review Conference advanced anti-Israel sentiment, we withdrew. In the wake of the Goldstone report, we stood up strongly for Israel's right to defend itself. When an effort was made to insert the United Nations into matters that should be resolved through direct negotiations between Israelis and Palestinians, we vetoed it.
I can tell you in a very categoric way, and I believe also in an authoritative way, that we have not had a better friend than President Obama.
I have said that when it comes to preventing Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon, I will take no options off the table. And I mean what I say. That includes all elements of American power. A political effort aimed at isolating Iran, a diplomatic effort to sustain our coalition and ensure that the Iranian program is monitored, an economic effort that imposes crippling sanctions, and yes, a military effort to be prepared for any contingency. Iran's leaders should understand that I do not have a policy of containment. I have a policy to prevent Iran from obtaining a nuclear weapon.
I appreciate President Obama's recent efforts to impose even tougher sanctions against Iran. And these sanctions are hurting Iran's economy.
Let us be honest with ourselves. Israel is surrounded by neighbors that have waged repeated wars against it. Israel's citizens have been killed by rockets fired at their houses and suicide bombs on their buses. Israel's children come of age knowing that throughout the region, other children are taught to hate them. Israel, a small country of less than 8 million people, look out at a world where leaders of much larger nations threaten to wipe it off the map. The Jewish people carry the burden of centuries of exile and persecution and fresh memories of knowing that 6 million people were killed simply because of who they are. Those are facts. They cannot be denied. The Jewish people have forged a successful state in their historic homeland. Israel deserves recognition. It deserves normal relations with its neighbors.
I think we're closer today in our two positions than we've been probably every time before. The Obama administration is committed to a two-state solution based on direct negotiations and dealing with all the core issues. That is precisely the Israeli position. We see totally eye to eye on that.
We stand with Israel as a Jewish democratic state because we know that Israel is born of firmly held values that we as Americans share.
I want to thank you, Mr. President, for standing with Israel and supporting peace through direct negotiations. We both agree that this is the only way to achieve peace. Standing your ground, taking this position of principle, which is also, I think, the right position to achieve peace, I think this is a badge of honor. And I want to thank you for wearing that badge of honor, and also to express my hope that others will follow your example, Mr. President. So I want to thank you for that. Thank you.
America's commitment and my commitment to Israel and Israel's security is unshakable. It is unshakable.